All right, guys, good to be back with you once again. We have Ted Williams here leading this off for the Boston Red Sox up against Hal Newhouser. Newhouser starting here for the Detroit Tigers. June 6, 1949. Newhouser's 4-5, 3.71 ERA. And the Tigers at 23 and 24. Boston, of course, 27 and 18, have been playing very, very well. And Williams hits the first pitch he sees in between Campbell and Callaway for a base hit to right field. That'll bring up Dom DiMaggio. Not too many changes here this week in the lineup for the Red Sox as Dom takes a ball. There's another ball low. It's basically Stevens and DiMaggio swapping places. That's a bunt foul. 2-1 now on Dom, and that's a line over first base. Another base hit. That's why he does it. 11 straight games with a hit for DiMaggio. That'll bring up Vern Stevens. We forget about how good Dom really was. Stevens, swing and a miss. There's a strike on him, and there's a ball inside. 1-1. There's a ball again inside. 2-1 the count, and that's fouled away. It's 2-2 now on Vern. Swing and a miss at the wide one away. Here comes Billy Goodman now. It's a strike in the outside edge. Good pitch by Newhouser. It's fouled off of Goodman's foot. 0-2. Ball high. 1-2. That's outside. 2-2 now on Billy. Ground ball. Kell at third has it and then drops it, and that allows the run to score. Runners on first and second now for the Red Sox. Here comes Johnny Pesky. So the Red Sox will take advantage of everything that they get. Strike in there to Pesky, and there's a ground ball up the middle for a base hit. DiMaggio scores. Pesky now 10 games of straight hitting. That'll bring up Birdie Tebbets. Runners again on first and second. There's a strike to Birdie, and there's a ball. Newhouser throwing strikes. That's been the problem. It's fouled away. 1-2. That looked good, but called a ball. 2-2, and it's a ground ball to Callaway on to Lake at second base for one, and then over to Campbell at first for the double play. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 Red Sox. Here comes Hoot Evers. Chuck Stobbs will be on the mound for the Red Sox. He throws a strike in there to Evers. 3-1 is Stobbs. 5.17 ERA. 0-2 now the count on Evers. It's off the plate. It's 1-2. And that's just fouled away. Stobbs' problem has been walks. 2-2 now the count. 44 walks against 25 strikeouts. There's a ground ball to second. Stringer has it and throws to first. One away. Johnny Groth now takes a ball. You might be wondering about this lineup with Wirtz hitting eighth. 2-0 the count on Groth. Wirth does not have much so far this season by way of OPS, and that's what I look at. 2-1 pitch by Groth popped up to short. Stevens has that for the out. 2 away. Here's Callaway, and he takes a strike. There's a ball high. 1-1 on Dawn. That's low again. 2-1. Swing and a miss on that one. It's 2-2. That's fouled out of play. Still 2-2 on Callaway. And that's high. Full count. Another pitch fouled away, and that one misses. So Stobbs, throws yet another walk. 45 so far in the simulation against only 75 in real life. You've got to believe that some of those extra walks are coming because the batters have walked so many times, and it's that difficult balance as Swift takes the ball. And a strike. You think the balance here is hard? Wait till you learn the history behind the APBA 1949 season. 1-2 the count on Bob Swift, and there's a ground ball over to short. It's Stevens, flips that over to Stringer. We go to the top of the second. Alzarilla up there for Boston, takes the ball, and then fouls one away. 1-1 is the count. Ground ball right side. Callaway, second baseman, throws to first. There's one away. Here is Lou Stringer, who takes a strike. 0-1. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Good pitch by Hal, 0-2. And there's a fastball for strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And there's 2 away. Here's Chuck Stobbs. Chuck takes a ball outside, another one outside. So you strike out the number 8 hitter, and then you go 3-0 now on the pitcher. And there's a strike. 3-1. Swing and a miss is 3-2. Newhouser being a little bit too cute here with the pitcher. And there's a looper over to right field, but Wirtz has it all the way. We go to the bottom of the second. Paul Campbell hits one over to the right side. Stringer, second baseman, throws to first. There's one away. Eddie Lake now takes a ball inside and then a strike. 1-1. That's ball again inside. 2-1 the count, and he's late on that swing. 2-2. That's in the dirt. Full count now on Eddie. Left center field. Williams, the left fielder, has that. 2 away. Here's George Kell, and Kell takes a strike. 0-1. Ball away. 1-1. And that's hit over to the right field corner. That'll be an easy double for Kell. And I tell you, George is getting that batting average up. It's up to 277 now finally, but the reason why he's hitting so low is that on-base percentage and slugging percentage is way off of where he should be. Not hitting quite as well as the rest on the team. Here's Vic Wirtz, who's hitting 300, but you have the same OPS problem. 1-1 now the count on Vic. There's a ball down and in, 2-1, and that's low, 3-1 the count on Wirtz, and there's ball 4 to him. He took all the way, 2 walks by Staubs. That's been the name of the game for him so far this season. Here's Newhouser, who takes a strike, 0-1. Breaking ball is high, 1-1 the count on Hal. That's low, 2-1. That's high, 3-1 the count on Newhouser, and he'll take this one for a strike, full count on Hal. It's fouled straight back, full count remains. And that's hit to the right side, through for a base hit. That's going to score at least one. We're going to have Wirtz stop at first, and the reason why is because you have Evers coming up next. So 2-1 now the score, and Staubs has been falling apart. Hoot Evers comes up. He's 0 for 1 today. He's driven in 21, got a chance to drive in maybe one more. There's a ball up tied to him, and another ball. It's 2-0 on Evers. Pop fly behind third, out of play, 2-1. Popped up, out of play, 2-2. Sliders low is a full count on Hoot. And that's off the corner for ball 4, so Evers will go to first. That loads him up for Johnny Groth. Groth today also 0 for 1. 2-1 Red Sox with the lead, but Staubs is about to lose it here. Let's see what Johnny can do. He pops that one up over to left field, and Williams has that for the out. We go to the top of the third. Here is Ted, and he takes the ball inside. Another one low, 2-0. 2-1, that would hit the plate. 371 average for Ted, and there's another strike to him, 2-2. Check swing, he didn't go. Full count on Williams. Line drive, base hit in the hole, left field, and Williams goes to first, and here comes Dom. Runner on at first base. There's a pop-up, and Swift, the catcher, has that one in the air that was popped up high. That was a bunt. Not sure why you're bunting with Dom DiMaggio in that situation. One away, here's Vern Stevens, who takes the ball. Another ball high. I guess he's a good bunter, but you still got to wonder. That fastball hit over to center field. Johnny Groth has it for the out. There's 2 away. Here now is Billy Goodman. Goodman pops one up and out of play, 0-1. Tying outside, 1-1. 403 is what Goodman's hitting. 1-2 the count. He hasn't played the full season. That's why. 2-2 is that one missed low. And that's strike 3. He's called out. They think call that a strike. Whether he actually swung at it or not doesn't matter. And we go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Don Callaway here for the Tigers. Strike, good backdoor slider by Staubs. And that's fouled away, 0-2. So Chuck finally getting ahead of one. That's a wasted pitch, 1-2. And there's a swing and a miss hard slider. He couldn't give up on, or he couldn't let that one go by. I guess that's why they call it a hard one. Here's one away, and here's Bob Swift, who takes a strike. And a ball. 343 is what Swift is hitting. 1-2 as he swings and misses at that one, and there's a ground ball first base. Goodman knocks that down and goes to the bag, 2 out. Here's Paul Campbell. Takes a strike, then another one, 0-2, and swings and misses on that one. Down he goes. 2 strikeouts now for Chuck Staubs, and we go to the top of the fourth. Still 2-1 Red Sox. Johnny Pesky up there now, and he fouls one away, 0-1. Hit over to center field, low looping liner in front of Groth for a base hit, and that'll bring up Birdie Tebbets. He pops that one up over to, whoa, what happened here? That's popped up over to Kell. He catches that one and throws over to first, and Pesky can't get back in time. A real poor example of base running there by Johnny Pesky. He gets himself picked off at first base. So an unusual double play, and there's 2 away here now in the top of the fourth. That's a play you don't see every day. Al Zarilla takes a ball, and another ball, 2-0. 2-1 Red Sox, but they're not playing that well. 3-0 on Zarilla, and he takes ball 4. So Hal has walked one. That'll bring a blue Stringer. There's a strike in there to Stringer right off the bat, 0-1, and there's another strike, and they're trying to steal with Zarilla, and he's thrown out easily, and that's another strange decision. So we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Now, Zarilla, real life, 4 steals, 5 times caught, but why you're stealing with him with 2 men out in a 1-run game is a good question. A ground ball, first pitch swing by Lake, who hits it over to Stringer, who throws to first, 1 away. Bottom of the fourth inning, 1 out. Here's George Kell, and he takes the ball inside and is able to stay away from that one. 2-0, 2-1 as he hits the foul ball. And there's ball 3, 3-1 on George. And there's a strike, full count now on him, and that is wide for ball 4. And Staubs now has walked 4, and that'll bring up Vic Wirtz. Now the question is, do we want to do anything? Do we want to run a little bit? We could bunt with Wirtz, but I think that's a kind of a foolish decision. Let's try hit and run. There's a swing and a foul ball. 0-1 the count on Vic. That's lined over to right field, but Zarilla's there, 1 away as he makes the catch. Here comes Hal Newhouser. 2 away, I'm sorry, and Newhouser will take a strike. There's a pitch out, but Kell not doing anything. 1-1 the count, and there's another strike. It's 1-2 on Hal. That's hit past the pitcher for a base hit. Kell will stop at second. Newhouser's 2 for 2 today. How about that for the pitcher? So not pitching too poorly, but he's still behind. 2 for 2, though, at the plate, and that'll bring up Hoot Evers. Evers hitting 309, 0 for 1 today with the walk, and he fouls one away. There's a strike. Good fastball, 0-2. And there's a base hit over to left field. Good piece of hitting. Here comes Kell around trying to tie this ball game, and they throw to third. Newhouser went as well. They easily throw Hal out, but Kell has scored first. And we'll go to the top of the fifth, 2-2 ball game. And here comes Lou Stringer for the Red Sox. 2-2 the score. There's a strike to Stringer and then a ball. 1-1. Ball inside, 2-1 the count. That's fouled away, 2-2. Ground ball third base. Kell on to first, 1 away. And here comes Chuck Stobbs. Pitcher takes a ball and then hits a fly ball, shallow left center field. Left fielder Evers there for the out, 2 away. And here comes Williams. There's a ball high to Ted. Ted 2 for 2 today and 3 for 3 now. That was hit to right field for a base hit. Williams trying to catch up with Ralph Kiner in the National League as they're the 2 leaders now in hitting. DiMaggio has a 1-1 count on him. My apologies. Dom's hitting a little bit higher than Ted. 2-1. He's 1 for 2 today. Full count quickly on DiMaggio. There's a hit over to center field, and Groth has that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 game, tight one. Here's Johnny Groth. Ground ball left side. Pesky on to first, 1 away. Don Callaway up there now takes a strike. Fouls one off, 0-2. 4 hits for the Tigers. Now 5. Callaway gets a base hit over to right field on that 2-2 pitch. So with 1 out, here is Bob Swith for Detroit. 2-2 game, bottom of the 5th. Good game. Swift takes a strike. And then another strike, 0-2, the count on him. Good pitching by Stobbs other than the walks, and that's hit up the middle for a base hit. We're going to stop Callaway there. We don't want to make that second out a third. That'll bring up Paul Campbell, and now you have a choice to make. It is, do you bunt with Campbell and let Lake hit? Lake is hitting 235, but he's the shortstop, Eddie Lake, and maybe we'll try that, see what happens. A good bunt back to Stobbs, who throws over to first, and both men move up. So 2 away. Here's Eddie Lake. He's driven in 6 so far this season. Only 17 at-bats. He takes the ball, and then another strike that time. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 now on Eddie. That's inside. It's 2-2. Way inside. Full count now on Lake. And that's too high, and he walks, and that'll bring up, you know who that brings up, George Kell. Now we should stop here for a second. It's only the bottom of the 5th, but Kell, if you've been watching this season, has had more than his share of chances with runners in scoring position to do something big. He's driven in only 19 out of the 184 at-bats he's had. I don't know how many chances he had. And there's a strike from Stobbs. 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th, and that's hit over to left field. Williams goes back, makes the catch, hits the wall, and the ball pops out. That's going to score at least 2. Here comes Lake trying to score, and they get him at the plate. So a crazy, crazy play there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ted Williams makes a spectacular catch, but then hits the wall again, and that allows 2 runs to score. And afterwards, Lake, who's not much of a runner, is waved home by yours truly, and thinking that it's not going to be much of a throw. Williams did get a good throw out. I think it was Williams. It was, as he recovered after hitting the wall and letting the ball drop loose. He had a good throw over there to Vern Stevens, who got the relay throw down there to Bertie Tebbets, and they tagged out the runner. So it's a 4-2 lead now for the Tigers. That was the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 6th. Big hit, though. Big double there by Kell, and there's a strike to Stevens, and so he's made it happen. Stevens bidding for a home run there. Hits that one just foul down the right field line. It's 0-2. Vern only 11 home runs so far this season. He takes a ball. 39 in real life. There's a pop-up second base. Callaway's got that one gone. Here's Billy Goodman. There's a ball inside to Billy, 1-0. That's high again. 2-0 now the count on Billy. Shot to the left side, and Lake, the shortstop, has that for the out before it hits the ground. 2 away. Here's Johnny Pesky taking a ball low and a strike. 1-1. Fastball hits the outside corner. 1-2 on Johnny, and there's a swing and a miss by him, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. So 4-2 the score. Vic Wirtz up here for the Tigers. Really rough for a number 8 hitter, but he pops the first pitch he sees up to Pesky at 3rd for the out, 1 away. Newhouser now takes the ball. Newhouser 2 for 2 today, hitting 280. 1-1 the count. And there's a strike over the plate slider, 1-2. That one misses, 2-2. That's just low, full count on Hal. And that's low for ball 4. So Stobbs has walked 6. And he's, as I said last time, a little bit too cute there with the pitcher. That'll bring up Hoot Evers. 4-2 Tigers with the lead. Here comes Evers, and he takes a ball high and away, 1-0. That fastball's in there for a strike, 1-1 on Hoot. That's line to center field, but right at DiMaggio for the out. 2 gone. Here's Johnny Groth. Deep left field, but Williams there for the out, and we go to the top of the 7th inning. It's Brady Tebbets now, and Tebbets takes a ball. There's a little Wheaties advertisement there for you. These come up. It's kind of tasteful, I would say, the way that Diamond Mind, who is it, Jack Wood, has put those together. They don't come up that often. You'll just occasionally get the advertisement every couple of games. 1-1 the count on Tebbets. Now, if you play 1,200 games, you might see it quite a bit. Groth makes the catch for the out. It's a fly ball to center, 1 away. Here's Alzarilla taking a ball high. Ground ball, second base, Callaway, and that's off his glove, and that'll be an error on him. Second error of the game on the Tigers, and that brings up Lou Stringer. Runner on at first for the Red Sox, down by 2. That's a fly ball over to Johnny Groth in center, nothing doing, 2 away, and here comes Chuck Stobbs, and he'll be taken out of the game. Billy Hitchcock, the pinch hitter now. Hit to left center field. Groth can't get to there, and that's back to the wall. He gets to the ball eventually, throws home, and the runner is saved Zarilla, and that's a double for Hitchcock. Makes this a 4-3 ball game. Here now is Ted Williams. Williams is 3 for 3 today, and he takes the ball from Newhouser, and that's hammered into the alley left side. That'll be a double for Williams, and that scores the run, and we are tied at 4. So just like that 2-run lead that the Tigers had evaporates, and the Red Sox are playing well again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you can do about the force of Ted Williams. Here's Dom DiMaggio, hits a ground ball over to the right side, and who made that play? It was Campbell who made it, and Newhouser was caught flat-footed. He was late in getting to the bag. He was caught on the mound, and because of that, DiMaggio is safe with a base hit. A little bit of small ball there by the Red Sox. Not the sort of thing you see every day. You don't see so much of that today. Infield single for DiMaggio, 2 outs and runners on the corners for Vern Stevens. Stevens takes the strike. He's 0 for 3, and then a ball outside. 1-1. That's hit open high in the air, out of play. 1-2 the count. Ground ball over to short. Lake has it. Flips over the easy way to Callaway for the out, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 4-4 tie. Here is Don Callaway to lead this off, and it'll be up against Earl Johnson. Don takes the ball. Another ball. Earl Johnson, 7.07 ERA, 0-1 record, but it doesn't matter so much for a reliever. There's a strike. It's 2-1. Walked 6, struck out 5, and he's 3-1 here on Callaway, and he might walk number 7 here. There's a strike. Full count on Don. And that's high. He did walk him, and that is walk number 7 given up by Johnson this season. And that means Bob Swift is up there now. Swift is hitting 347. Pretty good numbers. He's 1 for 3 today. Did score a run. That's fouled away by Swift, 0-1. That's high. 1-1 on the catcher. Foul back. It's 1-2. Throw to first, but nothing happening. That's outside for a ball. 2-2 on Bob. And full count is that backdoor slider miss. So full count. And there's ball 4 too close. And so Earl has walked 2, and that'll bring up Paul Campbell. Paul today 0 for 2. He's driven in 20 this season, 315 the average. Does have a little bit of power. No home runs yet, though. Takes the ball high. And there's a strike. 1-1 on Paul. There's a foul off his foot of the plate. It's 1-2. And that's a ball inside. 2-2 on Paul. Ground ball first base. Goodman on to second to Stevens, and the relay throw back to him for the double play is in the dirt. Goodman can't dig it out, so Campbell is safe at first on what they're calling a fielder's choice. Don Callaway makes it to third. Runners on the corners now for Eddie Lake. Lake 0 for 2 with a walk, had that big walk last time that set it up for Kell, and he hits one on the line to right center field for a base hit, and that's a single. Campbell goes all the way around to third. It's a 5-4 lead here for the Tigers, and Lake has made it happen. Eddie Lake, who's kind of a surprise starter, I've only decided to put him in here into the lineup because he's been hitting well, continues to hit well, and well, we'll see if the Tigers can let this one hold up. That, of course, brings up George Kell, who's 2 for 2 today with 2 men driven in, 2 runs scored, and 2 doubles 2 times up. A bunch of 2s there for Kell as he takes a strike, and there's the ball high, 1-1. Pop up, out of play, 1-2 now on George. That's high and tight, 2-2. So you talk about deuces wild. Kel with 2 doubles today, 2 for 2, 2-2 the count on him. And, well, they're only up by 1, but I guess Detroit's made 2 errors. How about that? And we're in the bottom of the 7th. Not quite that magical. Full count now on George. Ground ball to second. This might be 2. Here comes Campbell trying to score. And they do just nip Kel at first. So it's a double play, and the 2s continue to rule the day. We go to the top of the 8th, 5-4 Tigers. And here's Billy Goodman for the Red Sox. He takes a ball high. Another one outside, 2-0. Swing and a miss on that off-speed pitch. It's 2-1. And there's a big swing and a miss, 2-2 on Goodman. It's off the plate. It's a full count now on Billy. Fouled away. Still full. Ground ball, Lake, shortstop, on to first from the hole, and got him. 1 away. Johnny Pesky now takes a strike on the black, 0-1. Fastball up and in. It's 1-1 on Johnny. Pop up, out of play, 1-2 the count. That's fouled away. Still 1-2. Fouled away again. And that's a ball outside, 2-2 the count now on Pesky. Ground ball, third base, and Kel throws to first. 2 gone. Here's Bertie Tebbets. Takes a ball way outside, 1-0 the count, and there's a ground ball right side. Callaway throws to first, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Vic Wirtz will lead this off here for the Tigers, and he grounds that one into the hole right side. Stringer throws to first. There's 1 away. Hal Newhouser now. 2 for 2 today with a walk, and takes a strike, then a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Hal. Fouled away. Will continue to stay in this game. He lines out to second base for a base hit. Man, Hal Newhouser's 3 for 3. How about that? Newhouser, the pitcher, 3 for 3 today, and you talk about a surprise. That's not something I was expecting to see. So Newhouser making the difference here for the Tigers. He's not scored a run, but he did drive one in. Now there's the first pitch to Evers is lined past first base for a base hit. Newhouser is going to stop at second with 1 away, and here comes Johnny Groth. Evers with the base hit. He's 2 for 4. With an RBI earlier on today. He drove in Newhouser before. Here comes Johnny Groth now. Groth is 0 for 4, one of the few Tigers who hasn't joined in the hitting fun. 10 hits for Detroit now. Groth fouls one away and then takes the ball low. Next pitch is high and inside, 2-1. Earl Johnson not pitching very well so far. Long drive deep to center, and that baby's gone. Home run for Johnny Groth, and that'll do it. 8-4 now, Tigers with the lead, and the Red Sox are going to fall behind a little bit here. The team that I believe Boston's technically in first place at the moment, they're going to fall off the pace a little bit. This American League is really something to behold. Don Callaway comes up next, 8-4 the score. Groth with the big home run. It'll be Tex Houston coming in to relieve for the Red Sox. There's a screwball inside for a ball. Looking back on Groth, that's home run number 6 of the season for him so far. There's a strike at the belt, 1-1 on Callaway. There's a ball and another one, 3-1 the count. There's a strike, full count now on Don. Ground ball left side, Pesky on to first. There's 2 away. Bob Swift now takes the strike. There's a pop-up. It'll be a trio of players after that. Stevens, the shortstop, ends up catching that for the out. And we go to the top of the 9th. Hal Newhouser still in this ball game, trying to get win number 5. There's a strike in there to Zarilla. Al 1 for 2 today. He takes the ball. It's 1-1. A curveball that freezes him 2-1, and that's off the plate. 3-1 the count. There's a strike. Full count now on Zarilla. Fouled away. Still full. Foul back again. There's ball 4 low, so it's not much of a start there for Newhouser. That'll bring up Stringer. Strike in there to Lou. There's a pop-up behind third base. Lake, the shortstop, goes back and grabs that for the out, 1 away. And Matt Batts is in here. I missed this. He came into the game when they put Houston in. Batts takes a strike and then a ball high, hitting only 150. It's fouled away. It's 1-2. And that one just missed somehow. 2-2 the count now on Matt. Swing and a foul tip, but Swift can't hold on. 2-2, and that's in tight, full count on Batts. Hit to deep left, and that baby's gone. Matt Batts with the 2-run home run makes this an 8-6 ball game, and that'll make this one interesting. And Newhouser's going to have to come out. 131 pitches, and Howell's starting to lose it. And so now the question is, who can you put in? Who could get a save? In real life, they didn't really have much by way of pitchers who would get you the save. So see what you can figure out. trying to look and see who might not start. It'll be Cretlow, and I came close to starting Cretlow here for the Tigers. We'll put Lou Cretlow into this game. Hopefully he can do something in relief. 10.57 is ERA. There's a strike to Ted Williams. Williams, of course, 4 for 4 today. Fouls one away, 0-2. The ball outside, 1-2. Inside, 2-2 on Ted. Fly ball right side, Wirtz has that, 2 away, and here comes Dom DiMaggio. It's all up to Dom as he takes the ball. And another one off the plate. Dom today 2 for 4, and that's hit to left, and that baby's gone. And DiMaggio with the home run. That'll make this an 8-7 lead now for the Tigers. That's the problem with this Red Sox lineup, which is that you don't get a break. That's the problem. Every time you turn around, you're going to run into another player who can get a head off of you. I think that's a swing and a miss by Stevens now on Cretlow. And then there's the ball. 1-1 the count. Byrne is 0 for 4 and 0 for 5 now. That's a fly ball, easy to left field, and Hoot Evers has that, and there's your ball game. So the Red Sox make a valiant attempt to come back and end up losing this one just by a single run, 8-7. The Tigers with the victory. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective, and the Red Sox might find themselves out of first place. We'll see what happens here with the rest of the games here on June 6th, 1949. I'll talk with you again later. Bye-bye.